Research published in the journal Family Relations found that money conflicts in couples are qualitatively different from other conflicts. They are more intense, less likely to be resolved in the same conversation, and significantly more likely to recur. A separate study found that couples who argue about money once per week are 30% more likely to divorce than couples who argue about it less frequently. This is not about financial incompatibility. In most cases, it is about the absence of a shared language, a shared framework, and a shared direction, and those are all learnable. Today's video covers how to have the financial conversations that most couples avoid and how to have them productively. Week 6 of Financial Literacy Foundations. Phase 2 is underway. If you are in the certificate track and have not yet taken the Phase 1 quiz, it is still available. The link is in the description. You need it before Phase 2 is complete. Now, let's talk about money and relationships. Part 1, why money triggers defensiveness. Behavioral economist Daniel Kahneman's research on human cognition distinguishes between two modes of thinking. System 1 is fast, automatic, and emotional. It responds before conscious deliberation has a chance to engage. System 2 is slow, deliberate, and rational. Money conversations almost universally trigger System 1. Here is why. Money is not just a practical resource. For most people, it is deeply tied to identity, to feelings of security, adequacy, control, and worth. When a partner questions a spending decision, the System 1 response is often not, "Let me think about that." It is threat detection. The question feels like a judgment, not a curiosity. Add to this that most people never learn to talk about money openly. Research on family financial socialization shows that money is treated as a private or shameful topic in many households, not discussed, not modeled constructively, and not connected to long-term goals. The result is that most adults enter relationships with almost no vocabulary or framework for financial dialogue. Research by Papp, Cummings, and Goeke-Morey found that money conflicts in couples share 3 consistent characteristics. They tend to be triggered by specific behaviors rather than underlying values. They tend to involve accusation rather than curiosity. And they tend to end in avoidance rather than resolution, meaning the same conflict resurfaces, often with accumulated resentment from prior encounters. Understanding these patterns is the first step to breaking them. The goal is not to eliminate financial disagreement. Differences in financial values and risk tolerance are normal and manageable. The goal is to replace reactive conflict with structured dialogue. Part 2, where your financial beliefs come from. Financial therapists Brad and Ted Klontz coined the term money scripts to describe the unconscious beliefs about money that form in childhood and drive adult financial behavior. Money scripts are typically inherited, absorbed from parents, grandparents, and the financial environment of our upbringing, and rarely examined consciously. They include beliefs like money is the root of all evil, we can't afford that, rich people are greedy, you have to work hard for every dollar, or more money means more happiness. These scripts are not inherently right or wrong, but when two people with different money scripts form a partnership, their financial decisions can feel incomprehensible to each other because they are operating from entirely different underlying beliefs. The spender whose script says money is meant to be enjoyed, and the hoarder whose script says money is security and spending it creates danger are not having an argument about whether to buy a couch. They are having an argument about their core beliefs, about safety, abundance, and what money means. The productive intervention, confirmed by financial therapy research, is to surface the script before reacting to the behavior. The question is not, why did you spend that? The question is, what does that purchase mean to you? And what does saving or not saving mean to me? These are different conversations. The second one is productive. Part 3, 3 conversations that build financial alignment. There is no single money talk that solves financial alignment in a relationship. There are 3 distinct conversations, each with a different purpose, that together create a shared financial framework. Conversation 1, the values conversation. Not about numbers, about what money is for. Each person answers, separately and honestly, 3 questions. What does financial security feel like to me? What would I do with my time if money were not a constraint? What does financial failure look like, and what am I most afraid of? These answers reveal money scripts, risk tolerance, and life priorities. They create the foundation for every subsequent financial conversation. Conversation 2, the snapshot conversation. This one is about current reality. Numbers only, without judgment. What is our combined net worth today? What is our combined cash flow? What debt do we carry? What are we saving and where? The purpose is shared visibility. You cannot plan together from different maps. Conversation 3, the blueprint conversation. Now you build the shared plan. What is our combined FI number? What is our target savings rate as a household? What are the 2 or 3 financial milestones we are working toward in the next 12 months? This conversation should produce a written document, even a simple one, that both people can reference. Research by Garbinsky and Gladstone found that couples who set and discuss joint financial goals demonstrate meaningfully higher savings rates than couples without shared financial goals. The act of articulating a shared direction changes financial behavior, not just attitudes. Part 4, specific language for the hard moments. Here are direct substitutions, language that keeps conversations productive when they might otherwise become defensive. Instead of, "You spent how much on that?" Try, "Help me understand what made that feel worth it. I want to make sure our spending reflects what we both actually value." Instead of, "We can't afford to invest right now." Try, "What would have to change in our budget for us to invest $50 a month? Let's figure that out together." Instead of, "You're so irresponsible with money." Try, "I get anxious when I see unplanned spending because security matters a lot to me. Can we talk about a system that works for both of us?" Instead of, "Why don't you care about retiring early?" Try, "I've been thinking a lot about what we want our life to look like at 55. Can I share what I'm imagining and hear what you're imagining?" Notice that every try instead formulation does the same 3 things. It expresses a feeling without accusation, it acknowledges the other person's perspective as valid, and it proposes a shared action rather than a verdict. These are not manipulation techniques. They are basic principles of non-defensive communication applied to the specific emotional terrain of financial dialogue. One practical structural suggestion: schedule a monthly money meeting. 30 minutes, same time each month. Review the budget, check progress toward goals, flag any upcoming decisions. The regularity removes the emotional weight from individual conversations. Money is no longer a topic that only comes up in moments of stress or conflict. 3 actions before you close this video. 1. Have the values conversation this week, not the numbers, just the 3 questions about what financial security means, what you would do with freedom, and what financial failure looks like. Do it separately first, then share. The differences in the answers are the most useful information you will find. 2. Schedule your first monthly money meeting. Put it in the calendar now, before this video ends. 30 minutes. End of the month works well. Commitment requires a calendar entry, not just an intention. 3. If you are pursuing financial independence without a partner, if you are doing this alone, your family alignment conversation looks different but is equally important. Have the conversation with the family members whose financial decisions intersect with yours: parents, adult children, close siblings. The scripts in this video apply. Next week, week 7, we get to one of the most requested topics in personal finance: how to calculate your exact FI number. Not the formula, we covered that. the actual calculation with your real numbers accounting for your specific lifestyle costs, inflation, and fire variant, a number you can actually use as a target. Subscribe so you do not miss it. I will see you in week 7.